What is up, guys? Caelum here with another random cast. Let's just jump right in. Just a random pub game we've got here. Over on the Radiant side, we've got Timbersaw. It looks like going to be solo off lane. Lina, most likely mid. Juggernaut going to be taking down the safe lane bottom. Ursa, possibly jungling. And of course, we have a Earthshaker, probably going to be our support here. Necros going to be the solo bottom on the Dire side. Getting that early D ward. That's definitely going to be really good for him. Going to give him a bit more of lane security and a bit more space to pressure as well, especially since his ward was able to be left up. In the mid lane, we've got Shadow Fiend. So the Shadow Fiend Lina matchup should be good to watch. Lina should be able to win this lane, but it'll just come down to right clicks and how fast Shadow Fiend can get those souls built up. So that's what we're going to be looking for here. Meanwhile, on the Radiant side, we have the classic Crystal Maiden Sven lane, stuns aplenty here, and anti-mage. Plenty of nuke damage against this Timbersaw, so he's definitely going to have to be careful up here, especially with anti-mages. Did not skill mana break first, he's went for the blink skill, so Timbersaw's going to be alright with his mana there, but once anti-mage gets a couple levels, it's definitely going to be a lot harder for this Timbersaw to stay in lane. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard as is, considering his reactive armor isn't that great until you get the second or so level in it. But even so, Crystal Maiden's magic nuke is just going to make this lane even harder for Timber. Sven still just waiting on the side. There goes the first stun. Sven coming in, lets his stun go. Anti-Mage still right-clicking him down. The body blocks come out, and this looks like it's going to be First Blood. Anti-Mage able to secure that down there.
First Blood!
Shadow Fiend in the middle. If we pull up our last hits here, last hits and denies. Looks like Lina and Necrophos are tied in the lead. Shadow Fiend only one last hit, not even another deny, so definitely not doing as well as he would like to be in this lane. About to hit level 2 though, so once he gets those raises skilled up, he's going to have a far better time here. And there we go, there they are. He's able to nuke down the wave, already getting another last hit there, so it looks like he should be well on his way to securing a bit more farm here. On the bottom lane, Necrophos looks like he might be in trouble, trying to juke through the trees. Ursa having a little bit of trouble getting the vision on him. And there we go, they're finally back. Beautiful Fisher to stop him. Ursa coming after Necrophos, letting out the Death Pulse. Can they find him? If they can get him in the trees here, he's going to die. Oh, Fisher messing up pathing for everyone, and they're able to find him there. Going to be bringing down Necrophos. A little unfortunate. Probably a little farther up here than he would have liked to be, of course. Could have been harassing up there, not quite sure what he was doing there, but in any case, definitely not the best. Lina definitely still leading in last hits here, and there they go, chasing Timbersaw through the trees. Looks like he's going to be dead here. Not a great way for him to escape. They have plenty of magic nuke. Right clicks might not be coming in. Anti-Mage going to blink through here, see if they can get him. And he does manage to block him in the trees. Beautiful blink there. Crystal Maiden and Sven on the back line. Everybody out of mana though, so no more stuns. They're just going to have to rely on the right click. And even if Timber does go down, this is so much farm Anti-Mage is missing here in lane. If he doesn't get this kill, this is going to be a huge waste of time. And the Sven actually gets it. Anti-Mage just missed so much farm there. If I was that Timbersaw, I wouldn't even care. I mean, obviously not super great that he died there, but still, Anti-Mage misses like a lane and a half of farm because he's chasing you through the woods and then doesn't even manage to get the kill. Not too bad at all. Unfortunately, we miss another kill down bottom on the Necrophos, but the Death Pulse does look like it's going to get the return kill on Ursa here. Headed back to our mid lane matchup, we got the Lina Shadow Fiend here. Of course, as I predicted, Lina definitely doing a lot better in the last hits and denies category. Almost 2 whole waves better in terms of last hits. Oh, but the nuke down here from Shadow Fiend, that's going to be a whole lot of damage, and Lina's going to want to be careful about that. Of course, she does have the nukes of her own, and now that Shadow Fiend is out of mana, she's in a bit better of a position here, but Sven coming up from behind. Stun comes out. Just one right click here, and miss uphill. The Fairy Fire gonna save her. She goes under tower, but unfortunately the Sven does not care. Just dives under there for that last right click needed. Now that they know Sven's not up top, Timbersaw's gonna feel a bit better about being up here. Of course, his mana is drained far quicker than he would like, and he's now completely out. But with 2 levels in reactive armor, those stacks are going to be built up pretty fast, and he is not really worried about getting right-clicked down. In fact, Anti-Mage is the one getting far lower here. Sure, Timbersaw might not have any mana left, but Anti-Mage definitely losing a lot more in that right-click battle. Crystal Maiden coming around behind. Not quite sure what she plans to do there, because she is going to have to walk through tower there. Timbersaw would have vision of her, and with all 10 reactive armor stacks, definitely not going to have enough damage to take her down. Sven teleporting bottom though. Necrophos looking to turn on this Ursa. Little speed boost there from the armor buff. Earthshaker, almost said anti-mage. Earthshaker able to block him off there. Ursa getting ready to turn with overpower if he needs to. And there we go. One more right click and he does get him. Literally 1 health left. Beautiful turn there. Not quite sure where Sven was going. He ran in there with him, but just turned away. Not the best play there. Ursa just going to have to limp on back to base. Juggernaut looks like he's been farming jungle. Definitely the first time I've seen this build. Jungle Juggernaut.
Radiant's top tower deserves
we'll just have to wait and see how well that works out for him. Necrophos headed back again though, slowing down the Earthshaker with that Gold Shroud, letting the Death Pulse go. Not enough mana, or plenty of mana for stun, but it's on cooldown for a bit, so they're not going to be able to follow up any farther. Back to the top lane. Not much more is going to be going on here, especially not since the first blood attempt. He's just not, Timbersaw is just not going to have any mana, and Anti-Mage just isn't going to have the right click to be able to burst him down. Maybe Crystal Maiden can come in here and help him out with a Frostbite, but once those reactive armor charges go up, it's going to be hard. Not a whole lot they can do, especially since Crystal Maiden is now out of mana. Timbersaw doesn't have a whole lot to fear. Obviously he doesn't want to just sit in this lane and get low, but he can stay up here for the experience at the very least, so not too bad up here. Meanwhile, back on the bottom lane, Ursa, another kill on the Necrophos. This lane was looking so good for Necro, but Earthshaker just able to set up those good plays, I guess. Haven't really been watching that lane too much. We'll definitely take a look at that next time Necro goes down there. And Anti-Mage, almost level 6, about halfway there. Timbersaw's definitely going to have to be careful at that point in time, because once he does get his ultimate, Anti-Mage is just going to be able to nuke him down pretty easily. Especially since Timbersaw doesn't really have a good way to escape, since his mana always seems to be at nothing. Crystal Maiden going in, though they might not even need the ultimate. And yep, there we go. Looks like the Orb of Venom doing the last little bit of tick damage there, but all they needed was that good Frostbite from the Crystal Maiden with that Timbersaw on low health, and they were able to bring him down.
Tower is under attack.
Alright, back down in this bot lane. Ursa does have to be a little careful as long as Earthshaker's not here. He can get stunned and bursted by these two heroes, especially since he doesn't have his ultimate yet. Juggernaut's still farming away in the jungle.
It was kind of you.
Coming out to lane now that Earthshaker's here. They see Sven middle, so they know that they're going to have a good way to go here. A couple nukes on this Luna. The stun was already used, and they're not going to be able to finish her off. So back down bot lane. Necrophos knows he just has to leave. Definitely saw Earthshaker come rotate through with this ward here. So good ward placement. Necrophos knows he needs to be safe. There's the Earthshaker coming back. He knows he needs to be safe, but he's not getting out of there. A Fisher blocks him in, and yep, this looks like it's the end for Necro. Can he juke through the trees with all 20 move speed he has? Oh, he almost made it. If he would have just kept running south instead of trying to juke back up north, would have been able to get away. A little unfortunate there. Good attempt. Ursa is definitely getting a lot more farm than he expected from all these Necro kills. But all the more better for him. They're just going to have to be a little bit careful, especially since this team doesn't have too many great ways to deal with Ursa. Obviously, Reaper's Scythe is going to do wonders once they get that up, but if he does it at the wrong time when Ursa's ult is up, not going to be a happy camper there. Anti-Mage also going to make it a little hard for Ursa once he gets a Manta Abyssal, if he does decide to go that route this game. And of course, Caelum and Sven are going to make it a little hard before he gets BKB, but he's just going to be able to blow them up if they don't have super good reaction times. So while they do have a couple good ways to deal with Ursa, letting him farm like that, especially not sending health down there to the Necro, probably not the best for this dire side.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Timbersaw back up top, still hasn't hit level, literally just hit level 6.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Earthshaker better be careful there, because there's a 3-man movement down on him. Sven leads with the stun. Crystal Maiden coming in. He's going to throw in the Frostbite. Armor popped. Necrophos going down. Just going to throw his ult and make a nice, easy kill here. Ursa looking for the cleanup, though. Going to get the slam. Not quite enough to slow him, but he is going to keep chasing Necrophos. Stun comes out. Ursa ult's not going to take as much damage. Crystal Maiden just slowing him down with the Frostbite. Necro, gotta be careful here. A couple more hits and he's dead. There we go. Sven, not enough mana for this stun. Crystal Maiden only has Frostbite, walking straight into Lena, gets frostbitten and ulted. Bye-bye, sister.
Did run hot and cold.
Ursa on the chase for Sven, but he looks like he's going to make it out of here just fine. An unfortunate trade.
Radiant's middle tower
Just
shouldn't have to
Ursa
take
getting
this abuse.
so much farm down here, way more than they would
Where
like.
did Radiant's middle tower go?
Crystal Maiden, a little bit salty there. Shadow Fiend up at 69 last hits, so good to see he recovered from that little bit of a struggle of the early laning stage. But like I said, once he got those Shadow Raises, I'm sure he was able to secure a lot more CS in the mid lane and get those Necromastery stacks up. So he should be doing fine, and it looks like he is going Shadow Blade first item, so it'll be interesting to see what the Dire side decides to do with that. Obviously, this is just a solo ranked game, so not sure how much coordination we're going to be seeing here from this team. Necrophos once again back down bottom, except this time just a solo Juggernaut down there. Crystal Maiden looks like she's going to be coming in to possibly try to help him out with a kill here. They definitely could get it. Reaper's Scythe is up, so they'll just have to slam it a little well. Reaper's Scythe goes in and just barely not enough damage. Crystal Maiden going to come in there at the end and hit him with the Crystal Nova. Probably could have done that a little earlier so that the Reaper's Scythe had secured the kill, but at least they got it in the end.
Radiant fortified their structure.
There's Timbersaw making an appearance, gonna nuke down Necro, but it's just not enough. 30 seconds till Death Pulse, and looks like Timber's gonna not be able to secure this kill, especially with the Sven armor coming out there and the little speed boost it gives. Timber really didn't have the best lane, and now he just needs to farm.
Radiant's middle
That's basically
tower
all there is to
under
it. He just needs some
attack.
farm here to be able to catch up and once again become relevant in this game. He definitely needs to be careful though, especially since he knows that there's been a lot of heroes staying down here and they are smoked up. Crystal Maiden, the only one he could even possibly see. Sven unsmokes, and here we go. Who's going to lead with the stun? Crystal Maiden leads, couple right clicks going through. Sven comes in with the stun next, and he goes down real fast. Not even a chance to escape. Jungle Juggernaut would like to report Timber, so that's exciting. Surprisingly, his farm is a lot better than I thought it would be for a Jungle Juggernaut. Almost a Yasha at the 13-minute mark. While it's not fantastic, better than I thought it would be for a Jungle Juggernaut. Looks like they're finally going to take this bottom tower, and that makes all the outer towers on the Radiant side down. Radiant yet take a single tower. In fact, not a whole lot of tower damage on any of these, mid being the most. Anti-Mage, definitely up there in farm. Almost has his Battle Fury here, just a couple more gold to go. Only about another 600 for that last Claymore he needs, Broadsword. Oh well, the swords are close. Shadow Fiend also, what? Okay, there we go. Shadow Fiend actually does have his Shadow Blade completed. So they're probably going to look to smoke up, start ganking around, maybe not even smoke up, maybe just follow the invisible Shadow Fiend into fights. They do have pretty good deep wards here, one obviously in the middle of the jungle, and this one just ran out, but they still have this good ward, so that's going to scout out things in the jungle going on for them, so Shadow Fiend should be able to get some pretty good picks off of that. But as long as this team just keeps making space for their Anti-Mage and doesn't feed Ursa any more than he already has, it should be a pretty easy game for him. There we go. A little unfortunate there with the stun stack, but they managed to get the kill anyway. Plenty of nuke damage. Ursa coming in, frostbite him down, but they got split by the Fisher, so this is going to get real scary for him real quick. Earthshaker comes in with a beautiful turnaround with the Echo Slam. Unfortunately, he's still going to go down, and Echo's going to make it out. Ursa comes back after that Aegis. Lena looking for a return kill. Shadow Fiend ult doesn't get much done at all, but he's going to keep chasing her. Ursa on the back line, now trying to split them up. Necrophos has to be careful here. Ursa's going straight for him, but he's just going to turn away. Going to see if he can get anyone to come into the trees. Looks like he's going for Sven now, but he's running into three of them. Turns around. Lena here also, but not able to do any sort of turnaround there. Of course, Earthshaker's Fisher got them all down so low, but they just weren't able to clean up any of those kills. A little unfortunate there.
And sweet.
Anti-Mage getting jugged down pretty low up top, but Earthshaker's going to come in with a nice saving Fisher. Back down bottom, everybody's still kind of just chilling around here. Sven, Necro, and Crystal Maiden all staying down here. Shadow Fiend just going to farm up a little bit more now that he has his Shadow Blade. Probably going to be building towards a Dragon Lance, would be my guess. Doesn't have anything queued up in his quick buy, at least not that I can see from the replay. This Dire team really needs to keep putting the pressure on, though. It's fantastic that they're able to do this, especially with the good early game that Ursa got. And oh man, just demolished Earthshaker here. And that's exactly the kind of pickoff they need to keep going for. Looks like Sven spotted the Ursa here, but he's just going to TP out and be just fine. This ward's about to run out, so they're back to lose their jungle vision. They still have this one, but it's definitely not as deep as they would like it. Stun 1, stun 2, Reaper's Scythe, goodbye you. They're going to take him down super easily there.
What you sow.
And Timbersaw definitely needs to be more careful than that. I mean, not a whole lot he could have done there. He doesn't have any vision up here whatsoever to look for the Crystal Maiden or the Sven, but still, knowing that they've been just roaming around his jungle for the majority of the game, he probably shouldn't be down there alone. Necros just doing a little harass damage onto the Ursa. Ursa does not have Blink Dagger. Actually going to be going for a Shadow Blade this game. Not too bad. Definitely going to force them to buy more detection than they have been. Of course, Crystal Maiden has been buying a couple wards, but not a whole bunch. This will probably get them to buy a little bit more. And of course, it's going to help out with his initiation. Honestly, I think both Shadow Blade Shadow Blade or Blink Dagger would have been just fine this game. The Shadow Blade, gonna give him a better stats when he gets it. Gonna give him a better escape opportunities as well. So
Regeneration.
Overall, I'd say Shadow Blade is probably the right call here. The only reason I'm skeptical is because if he gets jumped by Anti-Mage, or jumped by anyone with a stun plus Anti-Mage, his mana is going to get burned real quick, and I'm not sure he's going to have enough mana for everything that needs to get Timbersaw once again getting just absolutely bursted down. And yep, it does look like Shadow Fiend's going to be going for a Hurricane Pike, so my guess was correct. He's going for a 4-staff first, though. And this Anti-Mage, now with his Battle Fury completed, almost as a Yasha completed, top 2 farming heroes both on the Dire side, and they are just have such a huge gold advantage. Almost 7,500. I'd say that's right around high 6,000, but just about 7,000 gold advantage. Radiant started with pretty good lanes, all but top, and they just really have not been able to transfer that in any sort of momentum. Obviously, it's not super easy for them right now to start grouping up and fighting, but I think they definitely needed to group up and fight a little bit earlier. Ursa gonna get Frostbitten here, probably gonna go after this Crystal Maiden. Sven comes in with a stun, Shadow Fiend ulting right on top of it. Ursa not gonna ult, there we go, finally ults. A little later than I would have liked, definitely not too safe. Nina lets her Laguna Blade go on the Sis, not able to get anything. Stuns all coming up off cooldown here in just about 1 second. Shadow Fiend the only one without mana, so they're just gonna have to back away, unfortunately. Necro coming in from the top though, just gonna farm up, doesn't look like they want to do anything there. But this is exactly what Dio needs to do. Just take little engagements like that. Didn't lose anybody, didn't kill anybody, but they just made space for this Anti-Mage to farm. They didn't lose anything from it. Shadow Fiend wasted a little bit of time. Oh, here we go. Necros might be dead, though. Crystal Maiden trying to come in. Gonna try and juke away, do whatever he can. Throws out his Ghost Shroud. In comes Juggernaut. In comes the stun, and he's gonna go down. Crystal Maiden trying to save him with that Frostbite on Delina on the back line, but just not able to do enough there. Anti-Mage now with Yasha completed, building into the Manta style now. Ursa finally has that Shadow Blade, so he's going to be able to start getting stuff done. It might be a little careful about this, though. They don't have good vision. They've got 2 wards, one there and one there, both kind of doing the exact same thing. They have no offensive vision. Oh, they find him. Second stun coming out. Gonna slow him down a little bit. Right click him down. Ursa's just gonna pop ult and run. Making it into the Roche pit. Gonna try and TP out. Gets stunned again, and down goes Ursa. Both supports just able to take him out with the help of the Shadow Fiend illusions. And that is not what Ursa wanted the reveal of his Shadow Blade to be.
Radiant's top tower
Hangs out on
under
Juggernaut.
attack.
Coming in. Get the slowdown. Unable to stun with the spin. Just going to be able to make it out with a spin or not. In comes the Sven stun. Ursa Maiden going to be able to frostbite him after, and the burst down from Shadow Fiend is going to be plenty. Lina caught on the sidelines. Necrophos not going to be able to do a whole lot. Looks like they might want to turn on him, but never stopped it. In comes the root from the Atos. Crystal Maiden might get bursted down here. There we go. Is going to get bursted down, as well as the Sven, and that is unfortunate. Lina probably also going to fall. Yep, Reaper Scythe able to finish her off.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So that's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. As long as they get this tower, should be worth it. Anti-Mage coming in to finally join his friends in the fight, and they're definitely going to take this down. Ursa Shadow Bladed in, not looking good for Necrophos right now. It looks like they're trying to go on Anti-Mage, but he's just going to be able to blink out. Oh, there's the Echo Slam though, and they're able to shut him down. What a good play from the Earthshaker there. Might be able to catch the Necrophos as well. Super slowed by everything. He is also going down. Shadow Fiend just going to have to TP out. And that was a beautiful Echo Slam there. Able to lock Anti-Mage down for just long enough that the Ursa's combo able to burst him down. Sorry, excuse me. Ursa's combo able to burst him down there. And that is exactly what they needed. Huge high-value kill on that Anti-Mage. You can even see the gold swing a little bit back up. Not a whole lot, but it's the start of something. They can transfer this into a tower kill. This is definitely what they need. Unfortunately, these guys need to be pushing, and they're really not. Shadow Fiend going to be coming up with that invisibility rune. Doesn't look like he wants to cross the river. Let me see if he can set up on the Lina. Lina, Alter Sister, stuns the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend might have overstepped himself here. Lots of damage, and he goes down. Timbersaw under tower, though, going to be a quick and easy return kill. Lina also just used her stun. Gonna deny herself before Anti-Mage can get the ult off. Oh man, Juggernaut on the backline, though, gonna be locked down. Spin not helping him a whole lot. Anti-Mage ult coming out a little bit too early. Ursa gonna be invisible and just waiting in the Roche pit. Looks like he's gonna start doing that. Dire does not expect anything for now as they chase down this Earthshaker. Anti-Mage blinks forward. It's going to start right-clicking him down, but just not enough time to right-click him down before he makes it back to the base, and he's going to be able to walk it off. Ursa doesn't look like he's going to be going for this Roshan after all, actually, and just TP's back to base. A couple pings come out. They know he's there, but he's able to make it out.
Away. Regeneration.
Dire definitely needs to take a lot more of those fights, or not take more of those fights. It's always good when you win a fight, duh. Dire needs to capitalize more off of those fights. They have the Juggernaut down, Ursa on low HP. They probably could have pushed the high ground with that, or at the very least taking this tier 2 tower down bottom. It looks like that might be what they're headed to do now. Shadow Fiend already pushing it hard, but their defense is getting set up, so not quite sure if he's going to be able to accomplish that. No detection at all, so he's just going to be able to walk away. Doesn't even have to Shadow Blade out. Necrophos walking through the jungle as well. Has to be careful here, though. Spotted out by the Earthshaker. He could get caught out here, and this could be really bad for him. Fisher's off the low ground to block his path, but there are 4 heroes here, bud. You are not walking out of that one. The Hulk is back off, trying to get some help from the Shadow Fiend. Is able to kill him with the Reaper Scythe, and this is a beautiful turnaround here. That's going to be all the healing he needs. Anti-Mage is going to be able to kill Lina on the back line. Finally able to take him down. Sven ults as well. Going to be able to right-click down the Earthshaker. It's just Timbersaw left. Going to try and get out. Is able to deny himself after the beautiful Timber Chain, so he is going to make it out, but what a play from that Necrophos. Able to turn around, get the kill on Juggernaut with the Reaper Scythe, and then Anti-Mage and Shadow Fiend coming in to help clean things up. Just great teamwork all around there, and they're definitely going to be able to turn this into a tier 2 tower for sure, possibly even a tier 3. Not quite sure if they're going to be able to get barracks or not.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Switching over to the net worth view, pretty obvious. Top 3 are from Dire. They've just been fighting far better, definitely winning these. Radiant took a few fights, but not really a huge surprise here. Ursa is able to sneak the Roche from the back line, so we'll see if they can do anything with that Aegis. Unfortunately, might have been cut out by that Sentry Ward there. I'm not sure. He was just barely on the edge, but he's going to be able to make it back to his base okay. And Dire is just roaming the jungle, seeing if they can find anything. Anti-Mage looking to counter-push top, and it looks like they're all going to head up there.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Or at least the two of them. So they're definitely going to start pushing out top. Sven might be getting caught out here, but nope. Timbersaw just going to let him walk away and head back to farming. Bloodstone charges all around on Radiant pretty low. Lina down to 4 charges on hers. Timbersaw down to 8 on his. Definitely not fantastic. Not what you like to see. With an above 11k gold advantage for the Radiant side. This is definitely, or for the Dire side, excuse me. This is definitely going to be an uphill battle for Radiant here from here on out. Even with this Aegis, they're going to have to take a couple good fights in order to pull this game out. Shadowfiend just going to keep on farming. Definitely good what you like to see this. Definitely something you like to see here during the downtime, making sure your cores get farmed. Evidently, not all players, especially not in pub games, understand that. If you're not fighting, you should be farming, and that's definitely not something that happens all the time. Looks like they are going to try to go on this Ursa, though, and he's going to get bursted down real fast. That's going to be the Aegis. Shadowfiend winding up his ult, lets him go a little early. Crystal Maiden also letting him go, but she's going to be stunned up. Shadowfiend ulted up, quickly force-staffed away. Ursa stuck without his ult now, getting right-clicked down by Sven. Eats the cheese, he's going to be just fine. A turnaround ult by Earthshaker, but it's not going to be enough. Necrophos on the back line getting bursted down, but he's going to be just fine. Reaper slices the Ursa for the kill, and that regen is going to be plenty. Good attempt there from the Earthshaker with the turnaround Echo Slam, but it's just not enough. And Necrophos, once more, he's going after this Lina. She's going to pop Shrine, fake throughout the stun, actually throughout the stun, not hit anyone, actually hits the Necrophos. Rod of Atos stunned up, Death Pulse, right click down, and she's going to be dead. Actually, she's going to deny herself. Timbersaw coming in, trying for anything, but he just doesn't have the right click damage. All he has is spells, and those are already thrown. Getting nuked down, and he's going to go as well. And that's everyone but Juggernaut, who just can't do anything. He doesn't have any farm whatsoever.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yasha Skullbasher is just not enough to go against this lineup, and this is going to be a free set of racks for him here. Anti-Mage pushing the top lane. That looks like that's going to be 2 sets of racks, possibly 3 if they just want to keep together and fight. They're definitely all pretty good on health, pretty good on mana, with the exception of Crystal Maiden, but all she really needs to be able to do is throw those 2 spells. And there we go. There's 2 sets of racks down. They TP back to start pushing the bot lane, but they really don't even necessarily need to. The rest of them are just going to go right here for this tower. Courier getting fed away, so sad. Not going to take it. Crystal Maiden says, I'll take that Courier, thank you. Add the stats there. Classic sad trombone. Completely agree. Gonna get stunned up. Rod of Atos, Death Pulse thing. Reaper Sight down, not enough to kill him. But another Death Pulse coming through will. Juggernaut slashing on the back line, not a whole lot. Gonna let out the Omni Slash. Still not gonna be enough. And he's just they're gonna nuke everybody now. Earthshaker with a last second Fisher, but it's too late. The game is over. This Radiant team just not gonna be able to do enough. With just 2 heroes up and only Ursa's ultimate. Well, Earthshaker ultimate up here in a second, but still, just not going to be enough. And unfortunately, looks like this game is going to go to the Dire side. So many Rod of Atos, he just can't move anywhere, and he's just going to get right clicked down by his back, but not a whole lot you can do here. Stuns up the Necrophos, Sven stuns him. They're going diving fountain for this. Gets the Echo Slam to secure the Sven, but he's going to go down. Necrophos also going to go down. Good old Timbersaw coming back and throwing his Chakram. Shadowfiend just needs to leave. They can really end this game whenever they want as soon as Anti-Mage wants to come and help them. And here we go. Ursa pops the dust. Shadowfiend, gotta be careful. He turns, and Ursa ults. BKB activated. It's going to be a right-click battle of the ages, unfortunately. Oh, just kidding. Shadow Fiend, plenty of damage here. Lina coming in, but those spells don't do anything to her. Silly Lina, that's a BKB. Anti-Mage coming in as well. He has a newly minted Abyssal Blade, but doesn't decide to use it. Doesn't even need to. The Manta Style off cooldown as well. Not a huge ability to burn a bunch of mana, but the right-clicks will do just fine. Able to chase that Juggalo away. It's going to be too far away to effective. Juggernaut going to go down as well. With 4 heroes down and Mega Creeps knocking on their base, that should be GG.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Despite the great early game from Ursa and the not too strong mid lane of Shadow Fiend, this game is going to go to the Dire. Radiant probably needed to capitalize on their early advantage a little bit better, and of course Intrepid Juggernaut never helps. But, in any case, hope you guys enjoyed. This has been a Caelum Casts pubcast, and I will see you all in the next one.